So I knew I wanted to make a full band record. I knew that. I knew who my influences were. I had an idea of some of the musicians I might want to work with. But short of that, there was a lot I needed to figure out. I had to figure out how to write songs, which I'd done a little bit of, and with some success, I would say. I appreciated the songs I wrote. But I also had to figure out how to sing. I had to figure out how to make the live band record, which I had never done before. And I had to figure out how to address all the shortcomings that I saw in hindsight with the last record. And that crystallized in a couple of ways. It led to me deciding to work with Alex at the Bridge Sound and Stage, and I actually, as soon as I had the idea to do this album, started interning at the studio once a week just to hang out and see other people that were making good band records. What were they doing right? What did I want to emulate? And it also led me to working on my voice and songwriting with Carrie Cole.
My name is Ryan Lucht, and I perform as Camino 84. Working with Carrie in Step Up, in Signature Songwriting Circle, in Vocal Freedom Circle, the biggest thing for me has been that I've been given like a completely different set of aspirations. Just the clarity on my goals, my strengths and weaknesses, and the steps that are next for me has been just immeasurable. You know, it changed how I am as an artist, like my daily life, because I now know that there's so much more out there for me to do and grow into.
And working with Carrie really was amazing, and she connected me with songwriters that are way out of my league, like Jay, who co-wrote both Mind and Body and Where You Are from the album. And it just really kicked my butt to get on the vocal practice and get working on things and get writing songs. And I slowly started to get these demos together. And I say slowly, it did take the better part of a year to accumulate enough drafts to the point where I thought, like, okay, there were like 20 to 25 really solid contenders for the album, and I had some demos of each.
Nothing that I wouldn't do, 'cause I wanna spend more time with you, darling. If you're ready to split the rent, so now we're stepping it up. I got a savings account now, baby. They say that
Standing Back Up was probably the first one that felt realized in a full way, and that one was actually ready by September of 2018. And we did like a very rock and roll version of it, but we did a rough version of it at Camino 84 Mob Rule, which was the production with the American Repertory Theater. At that point, I started to feel good, so I started calling up the band members and, asking them if they would do this crazy thing with me. And Will was the first person I called, and he came over to my apartment, and we went and got dinner at the mall food court and talked through all these crazy ideas floating around in my head. And once he signed off, I think we were kind of off to the races from there. I sent these demos out to the band and a couple fans and people I trusted, and asked them all to send me back Google Docs of feedback. So we started to narrow down the song list. And then from there, I went to the Bridge alone and recorded some drum parts to the demos I already had on my laptop, and then had Will and Lucas over to my apartment to lay down some scratch tracks for guitar and bass, just so that we could have a rough, full picture for working off of when we started having rehearsals. We spent at least 2 full months rehearsing at the Bridge Sound and Stage, and a fair amount of our album recording budget went to our band dinners on those nights. But we had a lot of fun. And slowly, the songs started to take shape.
You made some bass in there. One.
The last thing we did is we played a preview show at the Lily Pad in Cambridge. And, it wasn't a big crowd of people there. I would say there were maybe 15 friends that came out to hear the new album. I bought snacks at CVS, and we were all eating Chips Ahoy Chewy while we kind of did an open rehearsal. And after that, we were ready to go do it for real.